Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be repairing my eyeshadow palette that arrived to my house broken. So I'm going to have a model step in and do everything that I say to fix this shattered product. So if you're ready to see how to fix your shattered eyeshadows, take a look. Now, first thing you're going to need is some isopropyl alcohol. You can be finding that at Walgreens, Walmart, CVS, or whatever store you have nearby. Along with that, a clean, I want to say a clean glass cup, something that can be controlled to pour into eyeshadow palette, pans. And then you also want to have paper towels handy for mess, and the spatula thing in here. This is an eyeshadow palette spatula, excuse my hands. This is good for prying out eyeshadows from the pan if you want to put it in a Z palette, and it's also good to, break up the eyeshadows, which we're going to do here in order to fix and reshape them after they're done. So, without further ado, here we go. Alright, first thing we're going to do here is get that broken eyeshadow palette out of its case. And we're going to do that very carefully because it's going to be very messy. And the model here is my mother. Thank you, Mom. And she is going to get it open slowly. And you might want to hold it downwards. Hold it downwards when you're opening it because the shadows will go forward. So now, let's zoom in on this. Look at that. That's messed up, ain't it, y'all? So now, she's going to come in and start with the first broken shadow in the first row, which is that middle shadow. So she's going to take the spatula, and you can actually use any end of the spatula, and you're going to start to, kind of break it up, chop it up, and make sure you chop it up slowly inside that pan. And just break it up nice and smoothly till it's all chopped up. And just keep doing and working at that until it's chopped up real good. And if you see any debris from any other color, you could choose to leave it in there and take it out. She chose to take it out. This is her eyeshadow palette, by the way. Her first time doing this. So it's user friendly, you guys. So once she feels that the product is graded up to the best capacity, she's going to take her isopropyl alcohol and pour it into, I don't know what that thing is called, but you know what we talking about here. There's the iron, you pour it in there. So she poured the alcohol in there. So now she's going to pour just a little bit of that alcohol in the hole. Let's try to get that on camera. So she poured a little bit in there. See that consistency? So she's gonna mix it a little bit, pour a little bit more. Okay, mix it real good. All right, now, once you make sure you get that alcohol throughout the whole, yes, okay, that's good. Now try to smash it, and smooth it inside of the pan so it can look neat. Now, you're gonna stop doing that. You're gonna put the spatula down, and you're going to take a piece of paper towel, doubled up, as it is that we have it here, and you're going to smash it in with your like whatever fingers you need. So you could just touch that shadow, cover the whole shadow, and press, and you're trying to sop up any extra alcohol that's in that product. We want it to evaporate. In this process, after you do it, you would like to let your eyeshadow sit overnight so that way it can be perfect and ready to use over for the next day. Now, this is her first time doing this. It may not look the neatest, and it won't look very neat. I'm going to tell you that now. It's not going to look like you just bought it from Ulta or wherever. And this is a Colourpop eyeshadow palette we're using, by the way. It's not going to look perfect, but it will work. And that's what we care about right now. So, she's going to press it one more time, just to make sure it's nice and smooth. And the way you press it, you could press it in a neater way. There's a way to get it neater, but most people don't. You go around in circles. Yes, that's a good motion she's doing there. And then make sure you pull that napkin off, the paper towel. And then we're going to just leave that alone. So this is how it looks. See that? So we went from that to this. So now we're going to work on the next eyeshadow and the next and the next. Oh, and you guys, don't worry about cleaning up the eyeshadow palette. We will do that last. We're going to make it look brand spanking new. So don't worry about that unless you OCD and you want to do it now. Go right ahead. But just be careful because you don't want to mess up the shadows that are pressed nicely. All right. So here she goes working on the next one. After she cleanses the spatula, you don't want to mix the colors. So go ahead to the next one that you choose. Okay guys, I'm back. We discovered that there's an eyeshadow pan that is not all the way broken. So what you could do is just break it up a little bit more in the area that is cracked or shattered. Just a little bit, and then you're gonna add the alcohol, same way you did before. Sorry guys, not the best view here, but you get the concept. Alright, so now you're going to just press this one. You don't have to chop it up again. So when it's not an all the way damaged eyeshadow, chop it up just a little bit, pour the alcohol, and then press the paper towel into the product. Okay, so you see how that looks? Let's try to get that. Alright, so see there's another one there. So she's just working in that area, just a little bit with the spatula. And then she's going to pour a little bit of that alcohol in that corner there, or over the whole thing, and then she's going to press. And if it overflows over, just make sure you press into the other shadow that it's near. Do one at a time. It's very forgiving. And as you probably see in the frame here, I went and grabbed some alcohol swabs. It'll be easier to use those if you have those on hand to clean up the palette after doing all of this work. And you can also use Q-tips if you want to be more precise and all of that. It's just up to you. It's all in what you feel like you would like to do. So this is how the eyeshadow palette looks right now. You can go on ahead and blow it off, let it sit overnight, and then clean it. But for the sake of this video, we're going to clean it now. So there is a shield on this particular mirror. She's going to take the shield off. And that'll take off a lot of curl that goes on the mirror. And then she's just, make sure you work in an environment where you don't mind if there's eyeshadow or staining going on. We're in our laundry room mud sink area, so this is ideal for doing this type of thing. I wouldn't recommend doing this on your bed or at a white desk or anything like that unless you have newspapers and stuff down. But you got to work with what you got. This is what we're looking at, and she's going to start cleaning it up now with the alcohol swabs. She's wiping it, trying to get this thing nice and clean. By the way, Colourpop has excellent customer service. My eyeshadow palette came damaged, and they ended up sending me out a new one after I approved and showed pictures of how it arrived. So they told me to keep this one, so my mom's restoring it, and she gets to keep it for herself. She just has to do a little work to get it to work again. She's going around each pan, wiping it to the best of her abilities, and you see she resorted to the paper towel method. So you use whatever you feel comfortable with. Like I said, Q-tips, alcohol swabs, paper towels, whatever you have on hand, use it to clean your palette. Alright guys, she's finished wiping up the inside to the best of her ability of the eyeshadow palette. So now she's going to proceed to wipe the outside of it, just in case anything has gotten on the outside or along the back of it. So she's going to take another swab. Look at that. Yep. And actually, she might want to get it off of what she's currently working on, because it's just going to put dirt back on the eyeshadow palette. So you want to move things out the way. There we go. Okay, so now she's gonna show you how this eyeshadow looks afterwards. Now the next day, I'm not gonna show you guys how it's gonna look the next day. Just think of it as it's gonna look like a regular eyeshadow palette, but it's gonna look like it's been repressed by hand. So this is how her masterpiece came out after the disaster. Alright, so this is how it's looking. Much better. Obviously, she can get any debris. Okay, I can't. If you see any excess debris from any other colors leaking onto the other, feel free to, when you're about to use a palette, just brush it off with a brush. Or go on and use it, whatever you feel like. Or get it off with a Q-tip. But we're not going to do that for the sake of this video. This can work for any powder eyeshadow or blush or anything that just comes in powder form, bronzer that may have shattered on you. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you guys for watching. Have a happy day. Bye.
I know I'm the yeah, I'm super lit. If you don't buy me what I want, I'ma throw a fit. I know I'm the yeah, I'm super lit.